So, hello guys and welcome to Wednesday. Hope you had a good week so far, and let's get straight into the slower deck overview of Monday's deck, Galaxy Photons. Now, these are a really powerful, underrated deck in my eyes, and I don't see them played often, and I don't see why, because I think it can be really powerful. This has a huge win ratio over loss ratio, and I beat quite a lot of meta decks with this deck. So let's get into the cards. I play 3 Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragons. If you're going to be playing a Galaxy Photon deck, you should be playing at least 3, though you could play a minimum of 2. Its effect to, if it battles a card, it can banish itself and the other card, and then they come back after the battle phase, means it's kind of, in a sense, it can't be destroyed by battle. Also, if the banished monster is an XYZ material, it gains attack for every detachment that got sent to the graveyard due to this effect. Really powerful card, got a nice attack and defense, and with other cards this deck it can combo really well, so that's why I play 3. I also play 3 Galaxy Knight. You can get this out really easily because if you control a Photon or Galaxy on the field, you can summon it without a tribute, which is really powerful. It's got 2000 attack, really nice attack, and when it's summoned, you can special summon a Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon from your grave by sacrificing 1000 attack points just for 1 turn. It's not forever, it's only for 1 turn, and it's a level 8, so again it works really well with some of the cards in my deck. And it's just an amazing card, and I use it a lot to overlay big monsters, and it's just a really good card, and that's why I run 3. If you're going to run a Galaxy Eyes Galaxy Photon deck, then again I'd say a minimum of 2 of this card. I then run Galaxy Wizard and Photon Lizard. Lizard and Wizard. These are the 2 searchers. One searches photons of a level 4 variety, the other searches galaxies of any level. So Galaxy Wizard searches out Knight and Photon Dragon. And yeah, just those 2. Sorry, I thought we could search out Self-Pick Town, I remember. And it also has the other effect that it can increase its level by 4 until the end turn, which means it can become an 8, and it means you can make a lot of big 8 monsters just with this, and it combos so well. I considered running 3, but 2 is running nicely for me. If you set it first turn, there's not a lot of monsters that people summon these days that can instantly run over it. What I've found, there are a lot of cards that could, but it doesn't happen often. And if you really have nothing, you can just tribute it. Lizard, same effect. It searches out by Photon Thrashers and by Photon Satellite, and it's really useful just to search them out when I need it, because a lot of the time I might draw into these, but a lot of the time I don't, and it's just useful to search into them. And then play 3 Photon Thrashers. It's a really good card. If you play EU heroes, you must XYZ heroes, you probably are running this and know about it. You can special summon it like a Cyber Dragon, but the other opponent doesn't actually need monsters, which is a huge bonus. And it's just a 2100 beta that's really useful to bring out. It works really nicely with cards like Photon Satellite. You can search out with Lizard, works well with skill trades, stuff like that. Really nice card, and that's why I run 3. And I don't run a lot of like big low level monsters, so I kind of need them in the deck. And it's a Photon. Then I run Photon Satellite. This is a kind of XYZ / beatdown variant of the Photon Galaxy deck. So that's why I'm only running 1. A lot of people run 2 because it's such a good effect. You can target one other Photon monster you control with its level and this card's level, each become their combined levels. So with Dragon you can make 9s, with Thrasher you can make 5s, with Photon Lizard you can make 4s, so you can make some really nice XYZ monsters with this card. And can get it out pretty easily with cards like 1-for-1. It's a really useful card for the XYZ variant if you're going pure XYZ, but as I'm playing half, I only run 1, and it's kind of working nicely at 1. You don't really want to be drawing into it too often, so yeah, it's just nice to play. And then run 2 Guardian of Orders for the beatdown side of things. They're also level 8s, and they can come out pretty easily. I can special summon a Photon Thrasher, I can then normal summon a Galaxy Wizard, I can then special summon Guardian Order, make this an 8 and then overlay. It can be really powerful if you combo it well. I run 2, it's been running pretty well at 2. I considered only running 1, adding in something else. Maybe a Tragedy or something, but No, I think Guardian War at 2 is running really nicely for the beatdown side of things, and you can get them out really easy with this deck. And then play Honest, Effect Failure, and Gauze. I shouldn't really go over why I'm playing these. I think Honest, like how many lights I'm playing, pretty obvious. Effect Failure, it works really well with cards with the low level attack points as well. When people try and run over them. I run 2 Effect Failures. I've always loved Effect Failure. I try to put 2 in nearly every deck, and it's a tuner, which really works, so it means I can make Catasta quite easily. It's just a fun card that I think works really well. And then Gauze, because I need a bit of protection on occasion, because sometimes I won't draw into cards I need, so this could work quite nicely. I run 1 Excel Light spell card, special summon 1 level 4 Photon or Galaxy monster from your deck. Really useful to bring out start cards like Photon Lizard, basically, or Galaxy Wizard. But the annoying thing is you can't normal summon or set during the turn you activate this card, so you're going to be trying to place special summons, basically. Which can work if you've got this in your hand. You could activate Photon Sanctuary, activate this, then activate Photon Sanctuary, search out Photon Dragon with the Wizard that you special summoned, then tribute it with the Photon Sanctuary because it counts as a special summon. You can do a lot of variants with it, but 1 is all I need, really. I don't often use this card, I don't often need it, but 1 just works nicely, and 2 is just, it just doesn't work in this deck, so 1's better. Then we're a Galaxy Expedition, one of the best spell cards for XYZ I've ever seen. If you control a level 5 or higher Photon or Galaxy monster, special summon 1 level 5 or higher Photon or Galaxy monster in your deck and face up defense position. So that's literally, you have this out, you have this out, you have this out, use its effect, then play this card, you can get another one out instantly. So that means you can make 8s like nobody's business. You can make them as quick as possible. I really love this card, it's really powerful. You can bring out Photon Dragon really easy, and you like having Photon Dragon on the field. It's a really good card to have out on the field, and even if it's a defense, it can use its effect anyway, so it doesn't matter. If a monster can run over it. So yeah, really good card, especially for the XYZ. And then play 2 Photon Sanctuary. It's quite useful to just bring out a couple of 2,000 point tokens. They're quite large, they can get over a lot of monsters. Obviously they can't attack, but your opponent won't be able to get over them. So they get special summoned to defensive positions, so you've got to be able to survive them for a turn and stuff. But you could use them for use them to special summon cards like Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. You can use them to normal summon Galaxy Knight with no tributes. It's just a really useful card. You can use them because they're 2 light monsters to bring out Guardian of Order, so they can bring out the big monsters really easy. And they just can be used as a defense really if you need them as well. So yeah, they're really useful to run at 2 in this deck. I then run 2 trade-ins. Look how many level 8s I'm playing. I'm running, 8 level 8s? 2 traders, a must need. You don't really want this card in your hand a lot. It's quite good to have it in the graveyard, and sometimes you don't need the Guardian of Orders, so just use the trader on them. It's a draw power. There's not much draw power in this deck. There's a lot of search power, but not a lot of draw, so quite useful. 1 for 1, useful for the effect builders if I need to tune, and really useful for the Photon Satellite when I hate XYZ. Really useful card to have, and you discard cards that you just won't always need, like Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. Pot of Avarice, just good to reset the whole deck. You'll get a lot of cards in the grave if you're playing pretty quickly. You can get these by tributing them in the grave. You'll be using these for discards. You'll be using Honest for discards. You'll probably get these in your grave, so it's just good for a bit of draw power and just restart the deck. I'm not getting over Dark Hole, Heavy Storm, Monster Reborn, or the double MST. It's pretty obvious why I've got them in the deck. Traps, I got double skill drain. That's for the kind of beatdown side of things. It can hurt so many decks, skill drain. And it just hurts so much better that it's such a useful card in this deck. It doesn't hurt this deck really at all because you can still use Wizards of Photon Lizard's effect. You can still summon the Galaxy Knight with its effect. Obviously you won't be able to use Photon Dragon's effect, but it's a 3,000 point attack. It's when you go for the beatdown kind of side of things. Really useful to play. I then play 2 Solemn Warnings. I really love Solemn Warnings, just such a useful card. It can stop just nearly every summon there is in the game. I've never really liked Solemn Judgment. I just think the cost is too large and it can stop quite a few of the newer cards coming out these days, and Warning can. So that's why I prefer it. And then I play double Starlight Road because I just love Starlight Road. Let's go into the extra deck. Ally Justice Catasta. Obviously what I've got double effect Bailer. I can make it pretty easily, and it's just useful against some of the meta these days, like Mermails and stuff. You can get over those cards, really useful to have. Double Stardust. I'm playing 2 Starlight Roads, I have to play double Stardust, pretty obvious. And then the XYZs, I have a Juris Keeper of Abigail. I can make 5s really easily with Satellite. So yeah, pretty obvious to have it in here. 2 Heretic Sun Dragon. The XYZ I'm probably always going to be going for in this deck. Yeah, it's a really powerful effect. Send a monster on the field or the hand to the grave. Really useful when you have this card out, because you won't be able to use it because if there's another monster in the field, so you might as well tribute it to just get rid of that back row or stuff like that. And then play Djinn, really useful card, pretty obvious when I'm using Djinn. Neo Galaxy Photon Dragon, just good at 1. I've played it a few times on occasion. You need 3 level 8s, so it's pretty hard to get out. But you can bring out a lot of level 8s pretty easily. Use this, special summon this, normal summon that, special summon Guardian of Order, bam, you got 3 level 8s. It can be brought out pretty easily, but I like to run it at 1 because this isn't an XYZ pure focus deck with XYZ. Shockmaster, pretty obvious why that's in there. I can get quite a few level 4s out, but it's just a good card to have. Utopia, another useful just card to have. I play Gimmick Puppet of the Strings because it does have a pretty good effect, and it's just in case I've gone through all my level 8s. It's just kind of useful card to have, a bit of fun. I then play Dyson Sphere. I can make level 9s with Satellite and Galaxy, and it's got a really useful effect. It's there for you once per battle step. During your opponent's turn, if this card with an XYZ materials attack, negate the attack. When this card is targeted or attacked while it has no XYZ materials, you can target 2 monsters in your graveyard, attach those targets to this card as XY materials, and it can attack your opponent directly. It's got 3,000 point defense. Search it, look up, really useful with this deck. And then I play Roach, I play Genesis, and I play Wind Up Arsenal and Mayo, should I say. I have considered maybe putting in Array, Utopia Array. I might switch the extra deck a bit around. It's running pretty nicely at the moment, but yeah. And then on the side deck's kind of just been playing around at the moment. I'm running 2 DD Crows, a Jinzo, a Light Ray duelists, Light Ray Sorcerer, Raiko, Forbidden Lance, 2 Compulse, and 2 Shadow Imprisoning Mirrors. Yeah, I could put some other cards in there, stuff like Goes on Match, and other cards. These are the kind of 2. The other cards make sense, I believe, if you look at them. These 2 I'm kind of testing out at the moment. This can have a really powerful effect. Target 1 field spell, really good against Dark Worlds and cards that rely on field spell decks, so they are quite good tech card, and it can be special summoned really easily because look how many lights I'm playing. Again, Light Ray Sorcerer, it's quite good against macro rabbits because obviously through my cards get banished. I can special summon this card. I'm just testing these out at the moment. There are a few other cards like Goes on Match, I said, and other cards that I could tech in with today's meta, but at the moment this deck is running really nicely, guys. It's really competitive and it's really underrated. It's a bit of a surprise. People don't know how to play against Galaxy Photon decks, and I really think you should test this out with your own variant. You can net deck it if you want, but yeah, try it out, guys. I think Galaxy Photons are a really underrated deck that can deliver. There is an XYZ that I considered playing, which I might put in, which is Photon Knight, I believe, something like that. It's had a new name. It's 2 level lights. No, that's not it. Let me find it for you guys. I probably should have brought this up before starting the video. There it is, Photon Knight Paladins. Yeah, 2 level 4 lights. It's got a really good effect. I consider putting that in. I might do it and take out some of these level 5s because I can make level 4s a little bit easier probably. So yeah, consider that card in your deck, guys. Really useful. And yeah, hope you enjoy the deck, guys, and thanks for watching. Cheers.